Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're finally getting a reprieve from winter. That means two things. One, we are really close to fishing season. And two, we've got spring turkeys. Today, this video is going to be more geared towards fishing, so we're going to build out the kayak in the garage here, go over the setup for the kayak to fish with. I will say that I've had this gear for a long time and it's worked. It's worked. Nothing fancy, just a graph, trolling motor, and black pack. So, when I go through it all, I will show you some of the modifications that I've had to make on this Jackson big rig to make the black pack work, make a few other things work. And for the most part, this is a very comfortable kayak. There's a few things that I would change about it, but I'm gonna be really honest. I am hoping that 12 months from now, we're boat shopping. And so I am not interested in spending a whole bunch of more money on another kayak for 12 months. So let's get into building out this kayak. After I get it built out, we'll go over it from front to back, and then we're gonna take it out on the backyard pond to make sure everything is tuned. We'll be ready for the season. All right, we got this thing all rigged out. Let's go over it from bow to stern. Starting on the bow, we got the Motor Guide XI3 sitting on the one objective adapter plate. I've always powered this, and I will this year with the Chen's 12.8 volt 100 amp hour battery. It's done the job. It's nothing fancy. It's not a high-end battery, but it's powered the XI3 fine for what I use it for. Then we get into the graph. We're gonna be rolling with the Lowrance HGS9. I've had this for 3 or 4 years, only used it a handful of times. If you can tell, I haven't used this kayak a whole bunch, and the biggest reason was my spring and summer were usually consumed with baseball, so this is the first year that I don't have that going on, and we're gonna be able to get this thing out a lot, so I'm looking forward to that. And we'll roll back to the back. We're rolling with a Yak Attack Black Pack, 13 by 13. Right now we've got 4 rod tubes on there. We got 2 more coming today. We'll get those on there for a total of 6. I know a lot of guys take more than 6, less than 6, but I'm gonna be honest. For me, if I can't catch fish with 6 rods and a bunch of baits, then I probably shouldn't be on the water. So for some of the modifications, to make this black pack work, I had to take styrofoam, build up the base. You could get a different box in here. The tank well on this kayak is not very big, so in order to get the black pack to fit, I had to build up some styrofoam to raise up the back. Honestly, that's about the only true modification. Maybe there'll be more when I actually use this thing a little bit. One of the cons that I don't like about the kayak, and I understand it's just the design and it was meant for probably something other than what I'm doing, but is the gunnel wells where there are rod tube holders. Not a big deal whenever you're using the motor, but when you decide to paddle this kayak, those things are in the way. So it just is what it is. If you see any part of the setup that you have questions about, just leave them in the comments below and I will get to you and answer them. I can't go over how I set up my cameras, but if you've watched enough YouTube videos, you probably already know that. All right, so that's the wrap up of all of that. The last thing to do is just get on the water. So we are going to take this thing on the backyard pond just to tune it in. I have one thing that's been bothering me. Whenever I moved into this house, we could catch fish left and right. Just throw out a line and you almost always caught a fish, whether it was a crappie or bluegill. Bass, they were a little bit finicky, but you could still catch them. But something's happened. Something's happened in the last probably 5 or 6 months, and they have been hard to catch. So one of the goals today is to get all this stuff out, make sure everything's working right, everything's wired right, batteries, all that, before we head to the big water, and to use our electronics to see where did the fish go. Maybe they're all stacked up, maybe they're gone, I don't know, but that is the plan, is to map out the backyard pond using the HGS9 and to see where did the fish go. So without further ado, let's get on the water. So one of the goals is to find the fish using the sonar here. Let's see if we can do that. There are markers on here. I can't tell what they are, but all right, well, we're gonna start fishing for something. And I think just for fun, we're gonna throw this little crappie jig, see what happens first. I mean, gonna be honest, this thing should catch about anything. Oh. Oh, get a bite. That's promising. 11 feet of water at 58 degrees. All right. Two things. We're gonna jam this rod right here for right now. Try to put this back, since this is a mission to make sure everything works. And we're gonna walk up here, put this motor down. All right. Okay, let's see if this motor works. I guess we unhooked it. Throw it back up. So the trolling motor works. I think it's a little high. We have to figure that out. Okay, let's try some bass. Some bass stuff here. Let's try this worm. Let's try this worm. Let's give this crappie rig a shot. And let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, there we go, finally. Caught a dang fish in this lake. I mean, it's a little bass on a crappie rig, but we'll take it. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that. He's been caught before. Little bitty feller. Okay. No skunk. Oh. That's why we were so high. Should work better now. Oh, better stop. That's not good. That's not good. No way we get that out of there. Oh, heck yeah. I'll take it.
I'll take it. I think I might get lucky twice. Nope. Knew it. Do it. I get lucky twice. Alright. Need to find the next best bait. I'm gonna go with this. A spinner bait. All right, we are not going to catch fish other than the one, and we're going to map the pond here. See if we can do that. Oh. All right. This might be the funny part. Yeah. Don't get away from me. Definitely need the boots. Definitely need the boots. That doesn't work.